What do we tell guys all the time in the Freedom Group? What is this fundamentally about? What's the training they're undertaking for the next year? Shoulder discomfort.
Yeah.
Learn to welcome pain.
Yep.
This is the worst year to have the best year of your life.
Right.
You will learn nothing if this year's easy.
Yep.
If this next year's a cakewalk, right? Fortunately, a lot of the inner workings of their brain means that there will be friction on the way out of craving if it's only dealing with craving, but it's sometimes helpful for there to be environmental pain and challenge, for there to be family, relational pain and challenge, intrapersonal challenge, because those are all opportunities for my development, for my growth, and my willingness to stay in them is how I live out the gospel in my personal life. So that's the first conviction. And then the second one, I think you and I have talked a lot about, which is like, again, we're still weighing, what does that look like for us?
Right.
What's our individual and then our organizational role in it? But we need to go. We need to get out there, be with others, connect with others, right? Organize with others.
Yeah.
Right? We need to be together in a really intentional, meaningful way. Again, not to align political beliefs or ideology, but I think Charlie, again, whether you dislike and disagree with all of his politics, his tact, whatever, he was having tent revivals.
Right.
And
right.
half the crowd in those tent revivals were people that believed everything he said. And then the other half were people he hated everything he said.
Yeah.
You know? And
what if we had that 50-50 percentage in our churches? Half of you disagree with everything we're saying.
Yeah. And the last person who did that was Billy Graham.
Wow.
Right? And I don't even think he may have had that kind of split between significant polarized ideologies. And I think our day and age needs more of it. It needs more engagement. Maybe, not on social media, not in the kind of public way, but it needs the kind of, he gave a generation of men permission to shoulder their shit in the same way that I think Jordan Peterson started.
100%.
Choose your hard. Stop being a whiny little bitch.
Yeah.
If I can use that, like, again, we use nicer language. Discomfort is your teacher and pain is the path, but pick up your freaking cross. Yep. It's good for your brain. It doesn't just mean self-mortification or the death of self. That's the road to life.
Right.
Learning to shoulder responsibility, learning to be, my favorite book in college was Resilience by Eric Greitens.
Come on.
And like there was, for me, when I read that book, it was motivating because it was the gap between who I was at that moment and who I wanted to be.
Right.
Well, guess what? The only way you get to be where you want to be, like you said, is having the courage to do the things that freak you out. One of my best friends, who's now a religious brother, at the bottom of his email I don't know if he still has it, but for a very long time when he and I worked in ministry together, the tagline of his email was, "Courage is not the absence of fear, but being willing to move in the face of it."
So good.
And I'll never forget. I mean, I've read the tagline of a lot of people's emails before, but that's always stuck with me at first and foremost, because that has seldom been who I am. More often than not, I wake up in the morning and don't want to engage life.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it again. I don't want to communicate. I don't want to get out there. I don't want to go. There's resistance. I want to hide. I feel vulnerable. I feel weak. Right? And will I start again?
Yeah.
And that doesn't stay with me all day, but it's a choice in those first moments to decide, do I engage life again? Or do I let the emotion beckoning me to seek comfort and isolation and say what feels safe to win? Or am I willing to go into sacrifice?
Right. And am I willing to go and sacrifice? You have to have a vision for something in order to sacrifice and give you purpose to the pain. right? Which is why we say you don't stop something by stopping something. You stop something by starting something, by having a vision for the man that you want to become so that you're drawn towards that.